So recently, but not so recently, folks, we got the pleasure and disdain to watch the newest and what people are calling the greatest horror movie to come out of 2023 so far. I have to say, Talk to Me. It's fucking crap. Let's talk about it. This movie has gained a lot of hype over the past month, maybe 2 months, because of its standing. So it's a low, what would you call it, an indie-made film based from the Australian film team in, I think it's in Perth or it's in Sydney.
One of those two.
It's based around the capital anyway, and they only had a budget of 4 million, which, considering this movie has made its rounds, it's gotten all over the world. A lot of people are going in to see it. There's a lot of hype invested in the movie. That is extremely good. The budget ratio compared to the amount of people seeing it right now is extremely good, especially for an indie film. But myself and himself here think, well, I thought we weren't revealing names here again. I think we've done it enough times, actually.
Yeah, we said that the names is fine. I think we should just say the last name.
Yeah. So me and Michal here were thinking, is the movie worth the hype, or is it suffering from what I like to call TikTok clip syndrome? And we'll talk about that later. I'll let you talk about the main little plot points for this movie before we go into a full spoiler debrief.
I just want to mention before you talk about this movie, and just a couple of interesting factoids. Number one, I just noticed that it was directed by these two guys who are an Australian YouTube channel.
Seriously?
Yeah, who are 6.7 million subscribers, and they do like live action horror comedy videos. Their debut movie was Talk to Me, which premiered at the Sundance Festival. They clearly did very well there for Talk to Me to actually become a full-on movie now. And Talk to Me does have a sequel in development currently.
That I'm not surprised at.
No. And the thing about Talk to Me is, it's great for the actors involved. I mean, I do want to mention, before we get into the plot, before we get into the thoughts about it, I do want to mention that Joel Bird, the young boy, I think was really good.
Oh, he was probably the standout actor in this movie. I won't lie, he is probably the standout. His acting in it is seriously good. Hey, folks, I have to say, he is very fucking unsettling. Even like him at the start was very fucking unsettling. Him and his friend or whatever. And you're watching this scene, you know something's gonna happen. I don't want to go into it fully.
Yeah, but no. Basically, this movie begins with a ominous prologue where, at the start, I found it quite interesting when you got the shaky cam going through their party. This guy's trying to find his brother who's locked in his room, and you don't know what's happening. Is he sick? Is he ill? What's going on? He finds him, and the brother has all these, scars on his back, all these like wounds, and you're like, holy shit, what just happened? And then the brother steps out and then stabs his brother and then stabs himself in the face. And I think this prologue perfectly sums up just the whole vibe of the movie. A fairly interesting lead up, a fairly, it has potential. Oh, it looks a bit spooky. And then it's undercut with crappy violence and non-existent plot. But overall, the movie is about this embalmed hand of the brother, I believe. Who is it? I don't remember, to be honest. They never really explained it properly.
It's the embalmed hand of a what was it? A
Mysterious
fortune teller? Oh no, it was a spirit talker. What do you call them?
Medium.
Yeah, a medium. Yeah, that's the exact word. So it's the embalmed hand of an ancient medium. And they cut off the hand when they realized that she could indeed talk to spirits. And ever since then, it's been used as like a prop in like these high school kids' games or whatever. Just like how normal kids or whatever, normal teenagers would use, like the Mary, the get the wick candles
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Or even if we think about it, like the 2 pencils, and it'd go to yes and no in school or whatever. Oh,
It's so
students are
stupid.
broken.
So stupid.
Yeah, but think about it. It's a fucking prosthetic hand. It's
Yeah.
an embalmed hand. And people are like, oh. Of course you're going to be watching it and you're going to be like, oh, what the fuck? If you're watching these YouTube videos, you're going to be like, that's fucking fake as fuck.
Yeah.
That's why, like, the concept of the movie, I think, is very fucking cool.
Yeah, it plays on, like, a lot of these indie movies seem to have a good concept. It plays on the whole, like, social aspect of it. And the realistic in the sense of, as you mentioned, the Ouija boards and, like the little... Like obviously, people are skeptical of it, but that, like, almost disbelief of, but is it real? Does it work, the little just fear in the air that lingers when people talk about something like this, or when they have the stories and they have the videos of it. And yeah, this movie is about people basically gripping the hand and saying, talk to me, which allows them to commune with the spirit. And then they say, I let you in, which allows the spirit to possess them. And then for an X amount of time, which I believe was 90 seconds.
90 seconds, yeah they said 90
It's
seconds.
safe for the spirit to be in you. And then, before the 90 seconds is up, these candles need to be blown out, which were lit before the possession began. And then,
That's to allow the spirit to enter. It's like the doorway, they call it. And yeah, I think that's all the context you really need to give for the movie. Like, as in, like, the story, as in, like, non-spoiler. Because that's
would you be able to
pretty much 90 minutes of the movie.
Would you be able to put your mic a tiny bit away from your face?
Alright. That any better?
It just sounds a bit weird, but...
Wait, let me adjust myself here.
Talks.
Right.
It just kind of got weird over the last 2 minutes for no reason.
That's weird, because I haven't actually touched off or anything like that. It's my voice.
That's what you like, your voice. Anyway, that's fine.
As I was saying there, that's pretty much all the context you really need to give for this movie. Because it doesn't really explore much plot after this, folks.
No.
Like, everything seems very cut and dry, and I'll say that as a non-spoiler suggestion. Don't go into it expecting expansive lore, hard-driven plot with twists and turns. It is very cut and dry, as you would expect from an indie budget film. They're not going to go and try to highlight actors' prowesses or anything like that.
Yeah, but the plot, I disagree. I think the plot, if anything, of the indie film should be the highlight, since the plot needs the least amount of work, in the sense of you can put more money to make the plot better.
See, the problem is, I think they suffer with the fact that they had such a small budget. And look, I'll be honest, like, the actors they used weren't great. Except for the young fella they used.
I think the young fella and his sister were just...
I don't even think the sister was good, to be honest.
I think the main core...
I think she was written as a good character.
I think the main core of actors were fine, but I don't think they were given a good story to do. Like, if you think of, like, the spooky things that they have to go to, they acted them well in the sense of they're spooky, they're possessed, but it's just ridiculous, it's stupid. You know what I mean? Like, they performed what they were told to do well. However, they were given a nonsensical direction and a ridiculous idea to uphold.
I think now, folks, we get into the full cut of this now, because I can't actually talk any more about this film without wanting to rip into it.
Yeah.
I think the more I talk about non-spoilery, the more I'm kind of like upping it.
Yeah,
and folks, I don't want to up this movie. I'm just gonna say that right now. I do not want to up this movie whatsoever. Anyway, what were we talking about there? Yeah, we're going into the full spoilers now, folks. So pause, and if you really want to endure 90 minutes of bullshit, go right ahead. If you're into NPC shitty horror films, be my guest. You're that person who watches Russell Crowe and the fucking Nun or whatever the fuck.
The Nun 3, I believe. Or is it 2?
The Nun tree. Bro, why does it even have fucking one?
It's
Why
2.
does it even
It's
have
the Nun 2. And wait, no, and that's...
the priest's exorcist. That's the one he's in.
Oh, right.
Or the Pope's exorcist or something like that.
You're forgetting the Nun 2.
The Nun. I'm sorry, I forgot the Nun 2, man. It won't happen again.
Yeah, you better not.
How could you, How could you forget the Nun 2?
Yeah, the second Nun. But yeah.
I don't know. So let's get into this movie and then we'll rip on the whole horror scene in general. This movie, folks, is crap. Put it simply, it's not suspenseful, which is like the main up which a lot of YouTube fucking NPC reviewers would give it. It's not fucking suspenseful in the slightest. The only good thing I had was 2 or 3 scenes which were just body horror or body shock horror. That's the main thing. Like, they had one scene with the boy and he's smashing his head against the table and the floor or whatever, and he's trying to kill himself, and that's it. Or the scene with the fucking feet. That's all they had. The storyline itself is so fucking predictable. It's so predictable. It's so laughably predictable. Like, you find out that the main character has lost her mother, and suddenly a hand which lets you talk to spirits comes up. And people are like, is she gonna use the hand? What the fuck, man? And then it's like, oh, let's use the hand. And she turns into like this junky fiend over the hand. The whole story is just so fucking weird and goofy. The main character suffers from main character syndrome. That shouldn't be the case in a fucking movie.
The main character suffers with main character arsehole syndrome, which means the main character... A lot of these indie movies, like Midsummer, which I'm not going to get into now, I hate Midsummer. The main character has this passion, this need to be annoying, to be self-righteous, an asshole, put their needs above anyone else, but to be written as like a good guy, you know. So the audience is supposed to be like, yeah, we want her to find her mother, we want her to do this and that, but she's just awful. Like, I feel like it's trying to portray her as, oh, she's not that bad, they don't understand her, do you know what I mean? But she's clearly mental. And it's just... I want to talk about the symbolism. Because in this movie, oh boy, they really hammer home in the most obvious way possible. Where they run over a kangaroo, yeah, and it's dying, it's in pain, and she can't run it over. And the boy's like, I can't believe you done this, I can't believe you just let the kangaroo die, you know. You can put it out of its misery. And that's like within the first 10 minutes of the movie. Maybe even less. So you're thinking, okay, they're gonna bring this back. This is gonna be a recurring motif even. And then they like mention it 2 or 3 times more. And then like at the end of the movie you see like the vision of dead kangaroo walking. And it's like, bro, like, you didn't need to hammer home so goddamn obvious. Because it removes the tension at the end of, will she kill a certain character or not, which we'll get onto in a sec.
I don't know. Like, I understand, like, the kangaroo is like the symbol of Australia, and they wanted like that symbol in the movie, and I felt like it was something Australian people could relate to when watching the movie.
No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not honestly. They did this kangaroo because it is actually, kangaroos do get run over. When I was in Australia, there were kangaroos on the side of the road run over like foxes in Ireland. It's a thing.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's a thing that happens. It just happens.
Oh fuck.
The symbolism is that she can't put it out of its misery, and so in the future, you know, oh, maybe she'll be able to push someone else out of its misery. Unfortunately, they bring it up like 3 more times, 4 more times, and it's like, I get it. Yeah, I get it. I get what you're trying to say, movie.
I get it. She won't kill them. I
want to bring up the body horror aspect that you mentioned, because body horror is not good horror. Like,
No.
body horror isn't suspenseful. It's not thrilling. It doesn't keep you on the edge of your seat. It doesn't make you more invested in the movie. It just makes you feel squeamish and weird about it. You know what I mean? It doesn't achieve anything really. You just go, oh, I don't want to see that, and that's it. And then the scene ends, and then it's fine, and you forget about it. So it doesn't really. And the whole scene was just, oh, I don't know. I think the whole downfall of the main character. I don't even remember her name. Do you remember her name?
Bruh.
Well, let me try and find her name. The whole downfall of the main character
A
was
fucking bitchy McBitch or something. Just, all she did was
oh,
fucking bitch and moan and get the
Mia.
gang in trouble. That's it. That's all she did, man. Wah. Stop fucking crying, ho. Like, it's just so annoying. Like, I couldn't watch anymore. I was like, they're sitting there like, this is so fucking. It's so stupid how people are actually like letting her get away with this bullshit.
Oh yeah, it's funny
And all the
because
characters around her are like, that seems normal.
yeah, it's funny that the characters are like some of them are white, some of them aren't, but they're like, yeah, sure, continue.
Yeah, you're right for that one. Yeah, you go ahead. You who's like taking like almost ownership of the hand
Yeah,
for the past while and can't like help yourself around it. And you, the person who also like stayed an extra 3-4 seconds in the hand and started like contorting in the air.
yeah.
You definitely take that hand home. Oh, just make sure when you're using it to wait 90 seconds. Oh, sure. Oh, nobody's around to stop you
Yeah.
or to pull you out of the trance. But like, you go ahead, you take the hand home. Yeah. Or while you're at it, you know, your best friend's brother, you know, the one who you see as a brother as well, and your practically sister has told you she doesn't want her brother using the hand. You go ahead, you let him use the hand. Only for 30 seconds. Only for it's not that bad. It's only 30 seconds, isn't it? Oh, that's grand. Oh, what about like you hear about your mother? Oh, the hand's getting to you now. Oh, but it's okay. You tell everyone who's saying, oh, maybe release him now. No, 5 more seconds. Like a greedy fucking bitch.
Oh, it's like I assume it's supposed to make you angry or annoyed. Because if it's not, then there's no other reason for it. But like, yeah,
No, I think people like in the audience are like, oh, this is like that's like okay. It's her mother. Her mother's calling to her. Maybe the mother was taken over by the hand.
yeah. It's just infuriating because it's just
But
like,
like, who the fuck?
oh,
Like you know it yourself. And literally, the fucking boy, when someone in the group is like possessed at first, they literally go, "Oh, he likes you," to the
oh
boy,
god, it's so stupid.
and it's so stupid. And you're like, he's the last fucker you'd get using the hand.
Yeah,
If the so-called spirits are talking and saying, "Oh, baby, don't fucking like." Put him on the fucking hat. Oh, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm like explaining it, and it just sounds
it's
more
so you
stupid as I go on.
You actually can't explain this movie. You can't explain how like
I can't explain like
she has this
the
relationship with her
characters'
dad.
thoughts processes because they know like the two main people who are in control of this hand are like your typical like big macho fucking linebacker fucker, rugby looking motherfucker,
Yeah.
and this like lesbian cool alt I don't know scumbag punk person who I thought was a dude at the start, and I couldn't differentiate between like guy or girl. I was asking myself that the whole time. I was like, guy or girl, guy or girl, guy or girl. Eventually settled on a girl, and even then, I don't think that's the right answer.
Yeah,
But anyway,
it is
they basically they sell the hand off as like a fucking horror gimmick or whatever, and they post videos on it on YouTube, which kind of like cool considering the people who direct this movie posted like horror vids on YouTube, and a lot of people would be like, "Oh, fake," or whatever, even though it's supposed to be filmed. Anyway, so they're in control of the hand, and they decide who gets to use the hand and who gets to be involved in YouTube videos. They record the reactions, and that's it. They decide, let's get the fucker who's lost her mother recently
Yeah, but I don't know
to
if they know. I think this is a bit.
no, because they do know. They do know because they're like, "How are you after your mother's passing?"
Oh,
That's what the.
I don't know. I think that maybe this is the biggest plot point to hung up on. See now, but the
I'm
stupidest
just
thing.
explaining. I'm explaining all
Oh,
the bullshit, man. But like, who decides get this fucking young one who's lost her mother on the fucking stand? Who decides the spirits are like this one and get the fucker on the stand? Who decides? Let's let the fucker who becomes addicted to it get on the stand. Who lets? Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know.
it's
It
just
all just seems so fucking bullshit to me,
yeah.
and it
No,
only gets worse from there.
yeah. Give me one
I,
sec.
I'll let you. I'll let you
Actually,
explain a few
no,
little.
I'll be back in like 1 minute. Sleep on one thing.
All right, cool. I'll keep on explaining all the bullshit which happens in this movie now. So basically, we get onto the body horror stage. The first fucking scary scene of this movie, and we see the boy repeatedly bashing his skull against the table, against the corner of a fucking, I think it's like a wardrobe piece or it's like what do you call it, like a desk, and he's walloping his head off the wall. He's biting people, and he can't help himself. And they're trying to let go of the hand, and they forget to blow out the candle, which is on the table, and they release the hand, meaning that the spirit is still trapped inside him, and the spirit just wants to kill him. It doesn't want to take over his body. It doesn't want to kill anyone else. It just wants to kill him, which I think is fucking stupid. Considering there's one character there who they're kind of setting up at the moment as having spirits within her or a spirit inhabiting her body as well. But no, it's fine. Oh, we'll just never get back to this plot point again. He's just out of commission. Somehow he fucking survived, even though you watch this young fella absolutely mash his brains in, and everyone's like, "That's fine." How the fuck is that fine?
You talk about the what were we talking about here?
Talking about the the young fella mashing his brains in on the wall and shit.
Oh, and he's like taking out his and like oh yes. Wait, are you talking about when he's in the hospital
Oh, no, I'm talking about when
the
like
first time?
he's yeah the first time. I'm talking about how like everyone is like shocked, but then nobody really like questions it. They're like, "Oh fuck," but like, what do they think then? Oh fuck, he's
Yeah,
after mashing his brains in.
yeah.
He's almost fucking dead, but like,
I just
that's cool. That's alright. Like, what?
it just doesn't make sense why they let like her get use it again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
doesn't make sense why they don't just fuck this thing in the
yeah,
river.
after that, see, this is my issue with basically all horror movies because most of them, like, there are some of them that, well, actually, no, I haven't seen anyone that hasn't done this yet, but most of them rely on some sort of stupidity or, you know, break of normal common sense. But at this point, surely you just go, alright, I'm gonna put this in the bin, I'm gonna burn this, I'm gonna, like, do
No, you wouldn't
whatever.
even put this in the bin in case someone else fucking
Yeah,
finds it and then they
just,
get fucked as well. I'm telling you, man, this shit would go in the fucking Irish Sea.
well, you can just burn it, like,
You burn that shit, you do something, you get fucking rid of it. You make sure that no one is able to fucking touch the hand. But nah, people just, I don't know. They decide, oh, let's keep it around. Of course, it becomes the big MacGuffin, the big fucking.
Yeah, I really don't like the Ma plot. The whole like,
Oh,
oh,
I
it's the Ma,
hate the map
and
plot.
then like that the Ma's like the spirit of the Ma tricks her into thinking that her dad like killed the mom, and then like her dad's like trying to wake up.
No. It's supposed to be that the man dad used to use the hand or something. That was the whole plot. So the man that used to use the hand, I was like, that is not your father. Run. That was the whole thing. As in, like, he has been inhabited as well.
They didn't make it clear this line, this genuine. Like,
Oh, look, this movie is full of fucking plot holes.
yeah.
This is a road on a welfare estate, man. This is full of
Yeah,
potholes.
and it's not like it's subtle and it's alluding to this. It's just like it makes no sense. You know what I mean? It's not subtle. It's not clever.
Like, I think there's only one. There's not even one casualty in this movie.
Well, no, there's the dad. Oh no, he survives.
No, the dad survives, man. The only person who actually fucking dies is
Yeah,
the young.
how does his dad survive if he gets stabbed in the neck?
That's what I don't get. The dad fucking survived.
And the dad getting stabbed is so stupid. He like vaults. And his daughter like fucking straddles her for some reason. And then she wakes up and it's like her first reaction to seeing her dad is to stab him in the neck. Because she wakes up and she sees him as her dad. Well, obviously she thinks, well, it doesn't make any sense. Because then she's like, oh my god,
I think what they were trying to get at there was that she was being inhabited by the spirit. Or whatever, and her body got taken over.
No, because the whole point was she wakes up, she does it, and then she's like, oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that. I think the whole point is that she did it consciously, and now she's regretting it.
Oh, I don't know, man. It's just... The movie just don't make no fucking sense.
No. It's one thing to be interpretive, it's another thing to be stupid and confusing.
And then I think we get on to the final like arc of the movie.
Yeah.
Final arc of the movie consists of them deciding, okay, in order to save the young brother, that's what I'm just gonna call him. In order to save the young brother, we need to get him to touch and interact with the hand again.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can pull him out. And they think he's trapped within the hand,
Yeah,
like his spirit is.
Yeah, that makes sense, sure.
I was like, yeah, that's fine, that's fine, that's okay. And the sister obviously is like, you're not putting that hand near my brother again.
Yeah.
He's only getting it more and more inhabited, and he's gonna be fucked for life. He's already fucked.
Yeah.
And they're like, hopefully, the spirit within him should pass over time.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I was watching it, I was like, alright, let's be real here. The spirit ain't really passing. The young fella's dead. And it depends on how dead you want this young fella. Like,
Yeah.
is he dead, or is he inhabited by the spirits of many fucking different characters? One of which we know can use like some sort of fucking sorcery or witchcraft or magic or some bullshit, some spirit powers. Because if you remember the young one, when she got taken over first, she was able to close and open doors and shit.
Yeah, actually.
She was able to fucking grab shit and pull shit around.
Yeah, actually, no sense.
Do you really want the boy who's like been inhabited by these spirits to get the fucking hand again?
Yeah, he becomes the goddamn X-Men.
You want Jean Grey, Phoenix Force out here on the fucking loose?
Omega level mutant.
The spirits who just want to kill people. You want these out on the street. You want these out in the open, huh? It's all brain dead, man. I'm telling you now, even if it was my own brother, and I see him bashing his skull against a table, flinging himself around, thinking that he's getting better, and he yet again bashes his head in the shower, trying to kill himself and licking his own blood and shit.
Yeah, that was another disgusting body horror scene.
That's in God's hands. May God absolve his soul within the hand.
Yeah.
He's dying. He's gone. He's already dead. Zombie apocalypse style, every man for himself. I ain't letting these kindred spirits out to get me. And nobody in the movie is like, maybe it's a bad idea you put the hand on. No, it's all good, it's all good. Yeah. The sister, the only one with common sense, was like, no. So what does the best friend do? She goes, oh, can you come down to the house real quick? We need to talk.
Yeah.
Oh, she wants me to suddenly leave the hospital where I am to go down and check on her. Maybe I'll do that and leave my brother unaccompanied in the hospital. La 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 la. Let me just make sure not to tell anyone about, hey, there's the girl who almost killed my brother is gonna come in and finish the job later. Like, what?
Well, to be fair, and then she
literally said, if the hand doesn't work, I'm gonna kill him. And the sister, fair enough, she didn't want her brother dead. Fair enough. But, like, whose fucking bright idea was it to be like, let's make the what do you call it, deuteragonist, you know, the second main character. Let's make her go down to the main character's house and find the dad's body. Yeah. The dad who the main character just stabbed, and you know, all they can do is reversal now. And you know, the ma of the boy who's like in a fucking coma. Oh no, let's just let this girl who looks clearly fucking deranged at the moment. It's also like covered in blood.
Yeah, I don't know how she like. You can't just waltz into the
She's
theater.
covered in her dad's blood.
You can't like. I've been to many hospitals. You can't just walk into the theater, laddie da. Do you know what I mean? Like,
You can't just walk into what is an ICU patient as well,
like
because he's fucking dead, man.
Yeah.
People know he's dead. He's on suicide watch. He's in ICU because he can't fucking move. He's locked and strapped to the bed. You can't just go in and visit him. But yeah, you can go in and visit. Yeah, what's in your bag there? Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Go on ahead. Go on ahead. Oh, nice to meet you too. And they're shaking the fucking embalmed hand. Like,
they're like, oh,
what?
They're giving it like
Don't say talk to me. It's so goofy. It's so funny. Oh no, Mom, I think there's something wrong with the main character here. She's not in her house, and like her dad's gonna like pass out on the floor bleeding out.
Nah,
it's alright. I'm going off to the hospital.
No.
The dad gets up and he's seen walking around the hospital. He's seen in the final scene walking around the hospital. Because that's why she's like, Dad.
Yeah.
This fella gets up and fucking goes to the hospital. What?
No, that's not it. No. You don't get it.
Right. Well, right, we continue on with
no,
it. No,
you actually don't understand that, so no, that's not it.
I don't understand.
If that's actually it, then I'd scream. The way I
the dad goes to the fucking hospital, man. I swear to God. She's a spirit walking around now.
But why is there kangaroo there?
Because the kangaroo is also a spirit.
But surely that means the dad's a spirit as well.
No,
he's dead.
She can't interact with the real world. That's the whole point.
So tell me the dad just fucking strolled on in, holding his neck
the dad's there walking around the hospital. Yeah, I'm dead serious, man. I saw this and I fucking wheezed. I was laughing. The dad's just there walking around the hospital. My daughter is dead on the highway.
Yeah,
walking around the hospital.
Collection is like chilling, like while his fucking gushing wound is just.
That's the whole point of the kangaroo, because the kangaroo is a spirit as well. It's dead, and spirits can move freely around, but they need to use the hand as a medium.
Okay.
And the problem was she got trapped within the hand.
Yeah, I thought that everything she saw was dead.
No, she entered the golden state, so she was a spirit and she was floating around. That's why she couldn't interact with the real world. She couldn't call out to her dad. And then eventually she realized she was trapped within the illusion.
Yeah. Well, let's just finish off with Mia gets to the ward, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna stab him. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna do it." And then she doesn't. She fucking picks him up, takes him on a little wheelchair ride.
Yeah, and decides the highway will do it.
Yeah, but it's like...
What? No, this is the wackiest
No, yeah.
This is the wackiest scene in the entire movie, folks. Grand Theft Auto. No guard kills him out of the hospital. The fucking boy on suicide
fucking hitman silent
his
aside.
on a walk.
It's just funny.
His face is mangled.
It's just funny how she's like, I'm gonna kill him, and then she's like, actually, I'm not gonna kill him. I'm gonna chuck him on the highway. You're like, what?
Yeah, I won't do it. They will.
Like she has like a knife.
I won't do it. No. They will.
No,
and decides, I'm gonna fling him out in front of a car.
Yeah.
That's horrible to do to someone.
Well, yeah, it's horrible. I just don't get.
She felt fucking horrible for seeing the dead kangaroo. Imagine seeing a fella in a wheelchair coming at your car. I just want to She's already been through enough, man.
I just don't get
insurance claim.
from her perspective. Yeah, as a villain, she's gonna kill him. Why does she feel the need to have to pick him up and take him to the highway?
I think she feels like she's doing like a mercy kill.
But why can't you just stab him there? Like, how is that not mercy?
Maybe because she wants it to feel less personal or something. But I
So
can't
she's
even
gonna-
explain.
she's
I
gonna-
can't even explain her mindset. I
she's
can't
gonna
explain
push him
who
onto
the
the
fuck
road.
let her in there. Who let her in there? And who let them out? Who let them out of the hospital? She can't.
God.
Did she tell the spirits, "Hey, possess the nurses on the desk.
That's
Allow us to leave"? Like,
No, she's too good. She's Agent 47. She's in disguise.
Agent 47, who's like off her nut, off her fucking, off the goop.
But yeah,
Fucking spirit
so
juice, man, like.
she sneaks away the boy in the wheelchair, brings him over to the highway, and then in a moment of fucking like serenity and her consciousness breaks through. Wait no, actually wait no. In the end, does she eat herself off or does the sister push her off?
I think she shoots herself off. I think what happened was, what was it? She's being possessed by the spirits as well, or something. So she decides to fuck herself in the cars. I didn't really get that scene either because it all went blank.
The way it cuts is very jarring.
Oh no, the sister comes down to stop her or something like that. I think she trips and slips into the car,
It's
and then you see her wake up. Then, and you're like, everyone's like, "Oh my god, she's alive," and you're like, no, "She's not fucking alive. She's just after getting hit by an 18-wheeler. She's not alive." Anyway, we go on to the spirit scene, which we were just talking about there, and her like floating around the place or whatever. She's in the hospital. She's trying to find her dad, who's like walking to the hospital casually. She's calling out to him, "Dad, help, please." Nothing. She realizes, "Oh fuck, I'm dead," and then it cuts to one like just the worst ending. I was gonna say one of the worst endings, but the worst ending I've ever seen to like a movie.
I think it's funny. I think it's very it's very typical of the movies. You know, I expect
It's very typical of the movie. Basically,
so.
she becomes another spirit for the hand, and she gets called back to the real world through like another group who are using what I think is supposed to be the other hand. So remember how in the starting of the movie they were like, "Oh, we have the embalmed hand of a medium," and they all kind of had like a laugh, and I was like, "Well, where's the other hand?"
Well, I thought it was
I
just,
think that
I thought it was just the same hand.
I thought the whole joke was that it's supposed to be the other hand and a medium.
Well, it could be the same hand, because what happened to the hand?
Yeah, nobody really explained what happened to the hand, and I'm sure that'll be like the plot of the next movie, and I'll follow like a new set.
Yeah, it'll be new
And I'm sure like
teenagers or something.
maybe like the main character of the first movie will try help the characters in the second movie through the hand.
Oh, I hope not.
Maybe that'll be the story, or maybe she'll just be a bitch again.
Story, quote unquote.
Look, let's just say, folks, this movie is out and out trash. The whole plot, if you haven't been convinced enough by the explanation we gave you there, I don't know what's going to convince you. This movie has no sense of reality. Horror movies come from their great senses of reality. What would you do in this scenario? How would you react? How do you feel about being in this situation with like either this monster or this killer or this something? How would you your empathy, everything? That's how a great horror movie is made. But when the horror movie plot is just completely doused in like fucking shy. I'm just gonna call it shy. It's doused in shy. It's doused in per character decisions. It's doused in severe plot holes.
Hello?
a spear, gateway or whatever. Half the time you don't even see them lighting the fucking candle.
Oh, yeah.
Another thing, wouldn't the candle have just went out by the, like, for the boy or whatever? Wouldn't the candle have just gone out from the gushing of the wind or whatever?
Yeah.
You know, like
I
the
think
gushing of the
that's,
wind from him, like fucking bashing his head constantly. Wouldn't the candle have just knocked over?
I
And
think,
if not,
yeah.
why didn't someone just think, oh, the candle, the light is the gateway. Let's close the gateway, shall we? No, nobody fucking thinks of it. It's like, grab the hand, quick, quick, quick. Nobody thinks, all right, maybe the candle's the thing here, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you close the gateway and you just rip the hand off, maybe he'd be all right. But no, I don't know. Nobody thinks like that. The main character, is a bit of a bitch.
She's awful.
She's completely selfish. She's self-centered. She's narcissistic. She's an outright bitch to her family, which is already a red flag in a character.
Yeah.
It's a red flag in anyone. It's a red flag in a character in a movie. Like, why is she a bitch to her dad who has done absolutely nothing?
No.
Like, you can see the dad in the movie trying to support her or whatever, or trying to talk to her, and it's like, no, dad, I'm gonna go live at their house. The family which basically adopted you and brought you in through all the so-called struggles in your life, and you disrespect them in their own home. You disrespect your best friend in her own home. You go off with her boyfriend to his house for a sleepover because you feel scared.
Oh, that's so funny.
You decide sleeping in the same bed and like fantasizing about him is a good thing. And yet when it's brought up, you like deny it and shit. It's like, what the fuck?
She's an awful person. She's just an awful person, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it being. I'm sick of these assholes that are shown as they're actually good guys, being good guys, but they're clearly not. Do you know what I mean?
Anyone with like a bit of common sense would realize she's a bit of a bitch. But I think what this movie suffers with is, like I said at the start of the movie, it suffers with TikTok clip syndrome. This movie would be great as a 90-second clip.
Yeah, it seems like a TikTok sensation.
As a 90-second clip, like you see like the clip of the boy bashing his fucking head or something like that. Or you see like the clip of like a possession or something like that. You'd be like, oh fuck, this movie might actually be alright. I feel like that's why a lot of people want to go see it. Because it's like brandish, oh my god, hip teens making YouTube videos about a hand which takes them over. Oh my god. Like, it seems like it's gonna fucking amass a lot of NPC viewers.
Oh yeah.
And it does. There's a lot of people who watched this movie and said it was fantastic, said it was the best horror movie of 2023. Look, folks,
Well,
if you're actually...
it might have been the best horror movie of 2023, but that's because horror movies in general are ass.
Horror movies, they are a joke. They are a joke. They're a funny, they're a ha-ha. They should never be taken seriously. Because at the end of the day, it's only there to scare you. If a movie can't do anything but scare you, it's not a necessarily good movie. I've seen plenty of movies which aren't horror movies which have genuinely scared me. Nightcrawler is a movie which genuinely scares me.
Okay, Nightcrawler
know...
is fucking scary.
What?
Fucking Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler, man. The whole premise
I saw Nightcrawler. How did that scare you?
The whole premise of Nightcrawler, and have you been in America?
Well, no.
American news, man. American news. I don't want to go too far into this, but American news is terrifying. Breaking news on live television. So like they have like news channels and all that set up in Florida and Orlando and LA and stuff like that. Breaking news, like a Nightcrawler, would feature on live TV like up-hand close footage of people dying in car crashes and shit.
Jesus.
This was found on 63rd and Main here. 2 crippled corpses, ambulance coming through right now, fire trucks on the way, over and out. And that's normal. That shit's normal, man. And you're seeing like the manipulation which the main character does a Nightcrawler
Yeah.
in order to like enact these, in order to get more views, in order to get more fucking money.
Yeah, cut it out a bit.
And it's called Death's Turn or something like that. But there do be cameras set up on that fucking road waiting for a crash. People like the guy in Nightcrawler set up waiting for a crash to happen so they can be the first people to record it. Like, that's fucked.
You
And
kind
you
of.
don't think about it until you watch it like that. And I won't go any more into it, but like, shit like that is scary. It's a scary thought. Capitalizing off people's deaths or cripplings or injuries or crashes or anything like that, you know? Another one I'll give, Prisoners. Terrifying.
Prisoners is scary. Prisoners is Prisoners. Yeah.
Prisoners is fucking scary.
Yeah.
I'll give another one. Like, you got the likes of Jarhead. You got the likes of Band of Brothers.
I wouldn't say Jarhead's scary.
But like, it'd be scary in like the horror sense, like the boredom which creeps in, the fucking the idea of war.
Okay. Alright, we can agree that Talk to Me is a crappy movie anyway.
Talk to Me is a shitty movie.
If we ever see another horror movie, we can compare it to this and we can see what is the true.
It's a great comparison movie, folks. And look, like I said, not bad for an indie film group who probably didn't expect much out of it when they first thought the concept or the idea or whatever. They probably just thought it was a good, nice debut film to release at like local film festivals. Maybe it gets somewhat big in Australia, but look, fair play to them. They've after reaching a large crowd, they've after reaching a large audience who are more than happy with the film. And just because we're not happy with it doesn't mean that you won't be happy with it at home.
Well.
You know. If you are happy with it, you know, fair play. You have more. You have more, like, what would you call it, patience than I do.
We're not patience. Maybe you find enjoyment in little things.
The little things.
But look, I think with that, we should
time to head out.
Yeah, I think. Overall, what would you give this movie out of 10?
I'm gonna give it the lowest rating I think we've ever given on a TalkingTelly podcast video.
Oh.
I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 as well. Yeah.
2 out of 10.
Yeah.
Final answer. Nothing more, nothing less. The only reason it gets a 2 is because there was 3 scenes which genuinely, not like.
So the boy was a good actor.
The boy was a good actor. I had 3 scenes which like disgusted me.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all I get.
That's what we love.
If you want to look up a truly disgusting scene, you can look up the head bashing scenes, sure. But the one which got me,
the
folks.
The eye.
No, not even the eye, man. Not even the eye, because that's still in the head bashing scene.
Oh.
I'm talking about the feet eating scene.
That's
folks.
just funny. That one's funny.
This scene is fucking.
That's just funny. That's just a funny scene.
It's so.
That's just a funny. That's just a funny.
The whole scene in general is just like so fucking uneasy and disgusting.
That's actually hilarious.
A woman like
so funny.
Crawled. Oh,
that's actually hilarious. That's actually such a funny scene.
Soaking on the toes and then the.
It's so funny.
Shoddy CGI, which has like her whole fucking mouth.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh, it's so funny.
You're like, oh.
It's actually hilarious. It's so funny.
Oh, it's such a funny scene, but it's like such a disgusting scene. I didn't think a scene like that would disgust me that much. But I'm here. It's like a scene where you're like expecting something to happen, but it never did. I was expecting to see like his feet fucking mangled.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna bite his feet. Bro.
I thought his whole legs were gonna be fucking mangled. I thought he was gonna be like dead. But no, they wouldn't kill him off.
No.
Too focused on the second movie, folks. And with that, like, thank you once again for listening. It's been an honor and a privilege to witness this spectacle of 2023. can't wait to see in December all the reviewers who are going to give this movie 9 out of 10 and call it the best movie of 2023.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to shut on every single one. I hope people watch this. They can give their opinions. They can tell us if they really enjoyed it. If they do, you're more than welcome to come by, educate yourselves a little bit on movies and TV, and then, get back out into the real world, rewatch it maybe, and realize how shit it is. With that, thank you, and good night.
Bye-bye.